What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques for the finale of Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace. In the last episode, there was a lot. There was a nice little meeting between Takizawa and her apprentices, who were all successful. A little hangout for Sato, Hazama, and Toko. And then Futami had a nice little book signing that turned out way better than expected, and then a little more emotional than she might have expected. And now we're here for the finale. Let me know what you thought of the series up to this point, or wait till the end for your opinion on the whole thing. Hit the like button, subscribe, let the whole video run through, let me get the watch time, and let's get to it. And of course, the mention of when the intro comes up, I will just be letting it play for the Patreon side to show respect for the first and last episode equivalents. Hey, sharing the same hotel room? Maybe we'll get that wonderful ending. Oh? Taking that step already there, Sato? Immediately like, wait, why? Because she wants to introduce herself as your boss and wife. She is not helping what I said before about introducing herself as her wife. Think about Futami in the bath also does not help my previous statement. That still does not make sense. Like, I don't even know how to phrase this for the YouTube side of things to put in Sato's perspective how the fuck she's thinking of this. Like, she wants to say hi to Futami's parents to apologize for making her life hell, or to thank them for giving her such a reliable employee. I'm still confused. No, but again, split the difference. Okay, what does that say about you, though? Like, there's a 20-plus-year-old joke from Family Guy that fits in right here. But, matter of fact, I actually hope their parents pull one of pull one of the "Is this your girlfriend" things, because that will send me. Sato's probably not nervous externally, but she's one of those people who's probably way more nervous on the inside. Because on the one end, she thinks that, yes, it's professional. But on the other end, everybody. Yeah, I'm just piecing together when her parent said it, that Nana is her first name. Not, when Nagomi came over and said it, because honestly, I thought that was more of a affectional term at the time. Oops. Totally the kind of statement someone would make in the direction of a boyfriend or girlfriend. Just saying. Just saying. You thought. Meanwhile, Sato, being an extremely nice person, it's nice for the wife to find out where the roots from work came from. No, their parents, they have to embarrass the shit out of you. Even the nephew, yeah, even the nephew blew her in. Like, honestly, it is hard to tell if it's supposed to be a wife or editor meeting with how much they're just blowing her up like this. You'd think that, but I'm just also, like, envy of a lot of their situations aside. This is probably the biggest point that I can point out from this entire series. Stop directing kids how you want them. Let the kids do what they want. Whether it be in the way of play and letting them go outside and hurt themselves, or whether it be in the way of letting them just exist and learn the things they should learn so they're not stupid by the time they reach teenagerhood or adulthood even. Kids should just be able to do what they want. The only thing kids should have to do is learn your basic important life skills: reading, writing, basic math. Anything else can be saved for later when it matters less. But those things are all very important. That and science, to the degree of knowing what things you should put together so they could hurt you. And of course, career-wise. Because, like, if even if it's not landing where it needs to right now, if I didn't have, at least in that way, of a supportive parent, yeah, it's kind of pathetic where I am in my life right now, but also I might have done the thing long ago had I had to, try to get an actual stable job that probably would have, as I've said multiple times, ended up with me in a not very fun place. Point of the thing is, though, let your kids do things that they want. Unless it turns to a point to where it's financially ruining you because they're so worthless, like genuinely worthless. Not in the sense I call myself sometimes, but in the sense of they can't give anything back and only take. Because while it's your kid, once they reach a certain age, in a lot of cases, my age is probably by the point someone would have been sick of it, but at least I put things into the house. Yeah, like, let people live their dreams. I heard a story from a person I've mentioned I'm envious of multiple times that they gave themselves a year to do the thing they were trying to do, and because of aforementioned meeting the right people and those happy coincidences happen, they struck gold. That and they already had a skill they needed very highly for the career they do. A very reliable boss wife. Hey, yo, using her first name, not being formal? Nah, definitely giving that wife energy. I think they even all picked up on that. That's giving more wife than boss energy. Congrats to the happy couple. Yeah, that's it. I love how her brother picked up on that. But her parents don't look like they mind the, Yuri wedding to be. Ah, it's fine. She's probably paying for it. She's the one who invited you, and if it's a work meeting, or I wonder if it's not a work meeting and if she actually asked her on a date. Because it is a work meeting, supposedly. To be fair, Sato, it is easier to assume that it's going to be worst case scenario, so when it's not, you're relieved. Just the most awkward kind of statement to hear coming in when your employee says that. Judgment has come. This isn't even a cooking anime, and they've shown a lot of really good looking food. She's still sitting there thinking something bad is going to be said when it's just another congratulatory meeting, it looks like. I understand her, lack of trust in situations like this, but she's had a good role. She really should lighten up a bit. Again, when you're super talented and genuinely liked by people, the reason to be so disparaging is much lower. Especially when you have three women that are super supportive of you, super great people in charge of what you do, and to boot super attractive. Though the editor in chief doesn't looks like she doesn't sleep enough, but I digress. Yes, you silly fucker. She says that again, and it's probably not even close to what Futami thinks. Hey, yo? What do you think this is about? She thought she was getting canned. Meanwhile, it's actually about, if she wants and is open to it, book 3? Yeah, honestly, though. That is a really dumb thought. Unless somebody responsible for it had something controversial happen, that kind of shit doesn't happen. That's actually a huge honor for Futami, I imagine. So she basically, it's not a request. She's telling her to do it. It's more of, we're telling you that we want you to do it, you just can't back out. Yes, but also your work having such success. Because while it's not the intention and it might come roundabout to that way, Futami's manga wasn't focused on romance like many others in the magazine that it has made its way into. So that has inspired other people, which is awesome. Yeah. Oops. Nashida's in trouble. Girlfriend power to help Nashida. Everyone all together. Yeah. Someone else that you can rely on, Futami. Honestly, I was expecting a short little bit for after the credits, but that's fine. You know, the show, well, mostly going into it for the obvious that had been mentioned several times beforehand, really does bring things to mind. I really do need to work harder. I need to try to be more outspoken and try and meet the right people, try and trip over the right situations happening. Because, well, on another note, shows like this just are more fun to watch than, a lot of the action adventure stuff that's not mainstream because a lot of it's the same. This is different. It brings a lot of emotions, not just at the last episode like something shonen you would, but throughout the whole series. Like, I binged from episode 7 to now over the past several hours, because over the past several episodes, you probably could figure out that it's gotten darker. And the amount of times I have teared up at the scenes going on, and maybe even been on border of genuinely crying other than just tears welling, and maybe rolling down my face. Um, I'm just genuinely envious of situations like this, and I do hope that before things go wrong, maybe I can find these kind of situations, because, I mean, the way Futami is anxious about a lot of things, that's relatable. The level of talent she has is something I cannot match, but it gives me motivation to see that it just involves executing the right ideas. Nashida's way about being down on things because she wasn't loved by people to, begin with for the most part. She eventually found out that she was more loved than she thought, not only by having a couple more fans than she imagined, but also meeting Toko ended up to be a little bit more than just having a fan, maybe even a girlfriend. They didn't say it, but they said it. And well, again, Futami, outside just being recognized for her work, also has an amazing boss who might be a bit more than that. And similar to how I felt that this reminds me of New Game, I hope we randomly get a season 2 of this sometime to maybe see Futami and Sato actually be canon. But yeah, this show just is one of those things that made me so hopeful for things that might be able to occur in the future. But as far as the things that can happen in the here and now, to the people who I could consider my fans, I do appreciate you guys. For anyone who has said anything nice about me and the things I do on at least this channel, if not the other ones, I do highly appreciate you. Because honestly, I think if I get any sort of thing happen on these channels, I might have actually just had more reason to give up long ago. But since I've started to be more consistent, a lot of y'all have shown approval, at least on the video side. I do hope I can get back to the streaming side and maybe have some people stop in. Whether I do the stream for Star Rail's story or if I just record it, we'll see. But in any case, I hope y'all can let me know your thoughts on everything. Like I said, hit the like button, subscribe to the other stuff in the description. Ring bells like Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, Patreon, you know how it is. Twitch, subscribe for benefits, and until next time, it's been the Blaze King with King's Critique. Out, ta-ta for now. And this is the reason why we love things that have Yuri feel to it, because it's much more than people think.